Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into today's fourth and final video. We're going to have a look at the weather. Next 14 days for today's final video. Day 10 will take us to the 16th of April. We'll be able to extend out beyond that with the extended GFS and ECM ensembles. Great run to good weeks. We'll have a look at CFS V2 at the end of the video for the next 4 weeks. So that gets us into the beginning of May. Actually, I shall get on that for you in a moment. Just say that first. Video release sales are 6 future per forecast. We've also released the EC42 day and weekend forecast as well. Please like, share, and subscribe on all of today's pieces of content. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. Running very, very late with today's 10 to 14 days, so I shall not talk about anything else other than to say thank you so much for tuning in and hope you're having a lovely Saturday. Right, let's start our central temperature then. The vicinity is now sitting at 10.7, which is nearly 3 degrees above 61.99 average. That's visual to yesterday, to the 5th of April, and that's before today's warm temperatures are added on. This will be in the 11s when this updates tomorrow. Very warm start to the month. These are the GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles next couple of weeks. Looking at London today, red line is the 30-year upper air temperature average for London, starting off very substantially above average at the moment. A little bit cooler through the middle part of next week, and then lifting up the upper air temperatures again later next week. All in all, looking pretty warm through the first half of April, possibly a slight cool down into the second half of the month, but still generally trending a little bit above average with white line, which is the ensemble mean. Precipitation wise, so there will be further precipitation to come, but generally that is a lot less wet, if you like, than we've seen over the past few weeks and months. Temperature anomaly is from 6th to 14th of April above average, a mild average week to come. Precipitation anomalies from 6th to 14th of April, wetter than average in central western regions, but drier than average in the southeastern corner. Latest wind from Earth and Old School next shows I've got Storm Kathleen. Storm Kathy. Kathy's clown sitting just to, I'm so sorry, everybody, sitting just to our west and northwest, bring a proper old blow, giving us a proper old blow this afternoon, up the Irish Sea, around the Atlantic coast, gusts going up to 70 mile an hour, inland gusts up between 14 and 50 miles per hour. It's a blowy afternoon out there, courtesy of Kathy. Don't want your love. I'm so sorry, buddy. Right, here we go, Ben. A bit of Kathy's clown there, if you didn't know, if you didn't recognise what the round was. Right, here we go, Ben. So sorry. Here we go. UK Met Euro run. Right, let's do this, Ben. I'm a little bit giddy this afternoon. You notice that? What's he been up to? Why he's running late? I wonder. What's he been up to? You're wondering. Hold on. So sorry, everyone. Right, here we go, man. Let's you commit your run for midnight on Tuesday. Deep area of low pressure and lots of unsettled weather in with it. Then high pressure on a ridge up from the south for the second half next week. Totally dry in the south, but still rather unsettled in the north. That's a scenario by midnight on Saturday. I'm so sorry. Dirty, wet and windy into the north and the northwest. Right, let's do that one. Low pressure pushing through the country on a Tuesday. Is he tipsy? He's rather magic water. No, I haven't actually. I promise. Right, icon. Anyway, high pressure reaching up from the south as we go into the middle part of next week. Drier and quite warm in the south, but a little bit more unsettled up in the north. Let's get serious. It turns, well, that's a scenario by midday next Saturday, so I was going to icon. So looking unsettled from the north, wet windy up there, but mostly dry and potentially quite warm down in the south. KMA from Korea, looking like South Korea, looking like this. Again, high pressure reaching up from the south, should turn drier the second half of next week, not for long. We're back into those cooler, showery northwesterly winds, but high pressure, much more influential. Anyway, especially for southern areas there. Not necessarily all that warm, but certainly much more influential, keeping things mostly dry down in the south. And then we've got GFS midnight run, looking really quite wet and windy. on Tuesday. Beyond that, though, we start raising the heights ourselves, pushing back northwards, turning drier down in south, still a little bit more unsettled up in the north. And then heading in towards days 9 and 10, we pull in this cold northwesterly flow. So again, everybody, that could turn showers wintry in the north and the northeast through around day 10. Before high pressure starts mooching in from the Atlantic. And then check this out. Right at the very end of GFS midnight, when we get retrogression of high pressure sending up to Greenland, non-blocking feature, trough low pressure sinking southwards into the UK and Ireland, though turning colder and wet there as we go through the third week of April in that area of low pressure. Goodness gracious me. So that brings the deluge back. The deluge eases off through the middle part of April, and then it brings it back through the third week of the month. It's how the GFS 6 run is looking in comparison. Again, through next week, we raise the heights, raise the heights themselves, so it's mostly dry and quite warm down south, but more unsettled out to the north and the west. Then into those cool or quite cold northwest winds next weekend, could turn showers wintry in the north. The high pressure starts ridging back in from the Atlantic towards day 10. And then beyond that, increasingly unsettled low pressure sliding in from the Atlantic, bringing lots of wet weather in with it. We have got some blocking though up to the north, and all in all just looking really quite cool and wet there through the second or the third week, I should say, of April. Oh dear. Right, well, if you joined the video, why wouldn't you be? Please give you a like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much, everyone, for doing that. Why not drop a comment? Let's just know what you think about this and all of my videos and content. And don't get to your friends back to GavsWeatherVids. Thanks so much, everyone, for doing that. We need to put on around 18 subscribers, 1-8, to get ourselves to 18.1k. So if you could give us a sub and tell your friends and family to subscribe, that'd be amazing. It'd be incredible. Thank you so much, everyone, for doing that. And tell them nobody does it like Gav as well. I should probably realise watching in this video. Right, GM. Again, low pressure coming in from off the Atlantic, rather unsettled through the early part of next week. And then heights rise to the south as this area of high pressure starts building up. From southern Europe, mostly dry and warm then. In towards days 8, 9, 10. Turns cooler again with winds in from the northwest, quite cold potentially, and rather showery. Showers could turn wintry in the north. Day 10 itself starts the high pressure ridging in from the west. And then the east, yeah, looks like that. Very unsettled on Tuesday. Heights rise to the south through Wednesday and Thursday, mostly dry and quite warm with that ridge of high pressure pushing up from the south into second half of next week. Next weekend, though, turns more unsettled again, or showery anyway, and rather cool with northwesterly winds. And then days 9 and 10, we switch wind into the northwest and then into the north, quite cold with wintry showers potentially in the north and the northeast. Still quite an influence from high pressure mode just out to our west. This is a precipitation forecast based on that ECM run from tometeo.com. Showery over the next few days because it's Storm Kathleen, and then more rain into the early part of next week. Second half next week, most rains in the north and west, but a little bit gets down into the south. Then we've got the high pressure ridging up from the south late next week into next weekend. Don't mostly dry in the south, but begin to bring some cooler or colder air in to the northwest by next weekend. Showers turning wintry. And as we get towards day 10, actually, we start to bring some wintry showers even down into the south. I'm not sure about that, but certainly wintry showers are possible in the north and in the northeast. East side of the October table within the ECM on top of day 4, day 10. You know, so it to get 16th of April, 14 members of the ECM ensembles with low pressure to the east, high pressure to the west. That'll bring the wind in from the northwesterly or northerly direction, so quite cool and maybe even quite cold and showery. We've got 11 with low pressure to the northeast, high pressure is out to the west, and again winds coming in from the west and northwesterly direction. We've got 9 climate control and operational run, low pressure to the east, high pressure to the west. That's going to be rather chilly. And but driving west, a little bit showery in the east. 9 again, high pressure to the west, low pressure to the northeast. Winds coming in from northwesterly direction with that one. 5 with high pressure down to southwest, low pressure to the northeast. Winds sort of flat and westerly with that one. And 3 with low pressure to the east, high pressures out to the west, and winds coming in from the northerly direction with that one maybe. So yes, that could bring the most unsettled weather into the north and east, with dry weather in south. They're all a little bit northwesterly, normally with a flow, so it could be a little bit on the cool side. And then 2 weeks' time means the options that got gets to the 21st of April, 16 members of ECM on top of high pressure, more or less over top the country, mostly dry with that. 13 with high pressure up towards Scandinavia. Around that winds are going to be coming in from the east, that could be mostly dry as well. 12 though, unsettled, low pressure right over top of the country, and we've got 10 with low pressure just to our east, over on just the east, high pressure blocking to the north. So, got 16 and 13 here, and then we've got 12 but are settled. These two options are the settled options. Then we've got 12 and 10 that are unsettled. So the majority option is settling things down, is having things settled in 2 weeks' time, but there is a significant minority option to keep things unsettled, therefore lot of uncertainty as we're pushing on into the third week of April. CFS V2 finally beats a 500 millibar high tide, bring down to week periods. The first week period takes from 6 to 12 of April. Next week is unsettled, low pressure in from the Atlantic. It should be mild or quite warm, winds coming up from the southwest, and the most unsettled weather is in the north and west. Of course, week 2 will be the 13th to the 19th of April, low pressure to the northeast, high pressures to the west, winds sort of coming in from westerly direction. Most of the weather that is in the south and west, a little bit unsettled in the north and the east. Week 3 will be the 20th, 26th of April, big change, high pressure takes over across the country and to the north, mostly dry with that. And then finally, week 4 is gonna be the 27th of April to the 3rd of May with high pressure to our north and east. So it's cut off low to southwest. So it should bring quite a dry weather and will be very warm if it comes on, as winds will be wafting up from a southerly or a southeasterly direction. We shall see. And we're done. If you enjoyed the video, please do like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you everyone for doing that. Why don't drop a comment? Let us know what you think about this and all of our videos and content. And don't forget to tell friends about GavsWeatherVids. Thanks so much everyone for doing that. Rather shortened and curtailed 10 to 14 day because I'm running late. But there you go. I hope you enjoyed it. If happily give us a thumbs up. Right, tell what's coming up on the channel tomorrow. Get out 6 AM UK weather forecast. The 5th summer 2024 update. GavsWeatherVids study roundup. And we're going to be live at 6. We attend a 14-dayer. And in that, we will include some long range as well as it's study live stream. So we've got to. Right, that's it. So you enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I'm going to get the study roundup together. Next. That could be an experience. No, I'm going to get that together. You enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and I'll see you tomorrow. But for this one, that's all for now, and thanks so much.